Hello students. Today we will be going to discuss about the other elements of the promotion mix. In our last session, we have already discussed one of the elements of promotion mix, that was advertising. Now there are some other elements of promotion mix which help the producer in increasing the sale of the product. So what are those elements? So let us discuss these elements in detail. As you can see, the other elements are personal selling, public relations and sales promotion. In personal selling, there is a face-to-face interaction taking place between the two persons. The salesman, he is going to the customer and then he is giving all the information about the product to the customer. So this is the concept where the face-to-face interaction is taking place between the two persons, that is the buyer and the seller. So this is more effective in comparison to advertising. Okay. Now the features of this. The features of personal selling are verbal communication. There is a verbal communication taking place between the two persons. You can talk to each other. The buyer and seller, they can directly communicate with each other because the salesman is representing the producer or the manufacturer. So on behalf of the producer or the manufacturer, whatever information he has to give about the product, he is giving all the information, and the buyer is listening about each and every information what the salesman is saying, and then he can also talk with the salesman and he can also do what? He can also satisfy himself. Okay? So there is a two-way communication. Limited content. Another thing. Limited content. Because in personal selling, you will be able to meet only a few number of persons during a particular time period. Because you have to keep on explaining each and everything to every person with whom you will be meeting. So this takes a time. So there is a limited number of persons you can contact in a given time period. Doubt clarification. The doubt clarification will take place. Because when there is a two-way communication taking place, so if there are any doubts related with the product in the mind of the consumer, they can clarify those doubts by asking or raising their questions. They may also raise the questions which are not related with your product, but maybe the product of some other company. So you have to clarify each and every doubt of the consumer, and for that salesman has to prepare himself. He has to do his homework and he has to get the knowledge of each and every product of the similar nature which is being sold in the market, so that if anything is asked by the consumer, he is able to satisfy the consumer. Then comes patience. The salesman, he has to be a patient. He has to keep a patience because the customer has many things. May be related with the product, may not be related with the product. Sometimes the customer asks those type of questions which may distract the salesman. But he should not lose his concentration, he should not lose his focus, and he should try to convince the consumer, and he should try to give the maximum answers of the questions of the consumer. So he has to be patient. He has to keep a patience. Example, when you are going for shopping and you are going for purchasing the dresses, so at that point of time you go to a particular shop and you ask salesman that you want a particular type of dress. He shows you different types of dress in different colors, in different varieties, and still you are not interested, so he is not dissatisfied. He does not show his annoyance towards the customer. So this is the patience which is being kept by the salesman. Okay. Knowledge about the customer psychology. You should have the full knowledge about the customer psychology. Customer psychology means what? The mindset of the customer. The salesman should be able to read the mindset of the customer, that what is needed by the customer. Then only he will be able to sell a particular product to the customer, and he will be treated as a good salesman. एक सेल्समैन को कस्टमर की साइकोलॉजी समझनी चाहिए, उसका माइंडसेट समझना चाहिए। कस्टमर से बात करते समय उसको पता पड़ जाना चाहिए कि कस्टमर की रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है, कस्टमर किस प्रकार की चीज पसंद कर रहा है, वो कलर के हिसाब से चीज को पसंद कर रहा है, वो पैसे के हिसाब से चीज को पसंद कर रहा है, या वो फीचर्स देख रहा है। So we will be able to sell that product to that customer if we are knowing about the mindset or the psychology of that customer. Relationship. Sometimes the personal relations are developed among the salesman and the customer. When you are regularly visiting to a particular person and you are informing about the product to a particular person, so it creates a good bonding between the two persons, the buyer and the seller, and this helps in increasing the sale because the customer rely on that person, and whatever you are saying, he shows full trust and confidence in that thing, and he purchases the product. So this is only due to the good relationship which has been created by the salesman with the customer. Okay, so these are some of the things or the features related with personal selling. So personal selling and advertisement, now it can be differentiated. In advertisement there was only one-way communication, but in personal selling there is a two-way communication. In advertisement the doubts could not be clarified, but in personal selling you can clarify the doubts as a consumer. In advertisement you were not able to give your feedback, but here you are in the position to give your feedback directly to the manufacturer or the producer through the salesman. In advertisement, the cost per person is very low because advertisement covers a maximum number of persons at the same time. But in personal selling, the cost per person involved is high because limited number of persons can be contacted in a given time period. Advertisement has a very wide area, but in personal selling, your coverage area is very small. Okay? So these are some of the differences between the advertisement and personal selling. Now we move to the next concept, that is related with public relations. Another form of sales promotion, that is a non-paid form of sales promotion of the product, in which the various media are helping you in promoting the product. Because the company maintains a good relationship with the various stakeholders like employees, media persons, journalists, all this. So what they are doing, they are promoting the product of a particular company, they are highlighting the features of the particular company. And this is due to only the good relationship which is being created by the personal relation department, that is PR department. Nowadays it is working. So it is also one of the technique of promoting the sale of the product. Role of public relations. What is the role of public relations? Rapport with media. As I am saying, that you are maintaining a good relationship with the various types of media, print media, audio, video media, social networking. So it is the job of the public relations department that they are maintaining a good relationship with the media so that the media is highlighting the features of their product. If something is going wrong, so the media does not highlight those things about their product. Instead, they just maintain a communication with the company or the organization and try to get them this information that something is going on and you have to check on all these things. So this is taking place only due to a good relationship with the various media which you have maintained. Monitoring the public impression. Public relation also monitors the impression of the public, that what is the feedback of the public related with the product, related with the company, image, goodwill or brand of the company. So whatever feedback they are getting from the public, they are informing about those things to the management, and then they are convincing the management to work according to the need and the requirement of the public. So this is monitoring the public impression, and which ultimately helps the producer in creating those types of goods which are needed by the public. Managing crisis. They are also managing the crisis which are coming on the company. So crisis management is also one of the parts which is led by the public relation. What they are doing, they are explaining the party that nothing is going wrong, everything is going in the right direction, and company will not be in the position to be liquidated. Let's say if the company is in the financial crisis, so company is not able to give the proper return to their investors. So they convince the investors with their verdict by saying this thing that everything is correct, nothing is going wrong, and we are totally under the control of all the things, and your interest will not be lost in the company, and your interest is totally safeguarded. So they are also managing this type of crisis. Then comes counseling. They are also giving the counseling to the management person, that how they have to settle the various problems, how they have to sort out the various queries of the consumer, and on the basis of that thing the management takes some of the important decisions related with the product, related with the manufacturing of the product, research, development. So all these things are being done by the proper counseling to the management. Then comes welfare activities. The PR department is also involved in doing lots and lots of welfare activities in the society, for the employees, for the society, cultural programs, events, matches, running charitable hospitals, schools on behalf of the organization. So they just guide the organization from time to time to do all these things, because it creates the goodwill and the image of the company in the market, which ultimately helps in increasing the sale of the product in the market. So this was all about the role of public relations, how this particular sales promotion activity or promotional mix activity is helping in increasing the sale of the product. Now the last one is sales promotion. Sales promotion is the combination of all those activities which are helping in boosting the sale of the product, because all these other media or other mediums like public relations, personal selling, or let's say advertisement will become more effective when this sales promotion technique will work, because there are a number of techniques in sales promotion which are ultimately supporting all these elements of the promotion mix. So it becomes easy for the seller to sell the products in the market, like demonstration, display materials, offer, free gifts. These are some of the things which are being done as an activity which helps in promoting the sale of the product. So when all these activities are being done by the company, ultimately what they are doing, they are just supporting the other elements of promotion mix in order to increase the sale of the product. So sales promotion is basically the combination of all those activities through which we can increase the sale of the product. So we have discussed each and everything about the last P, that is the promotion mix. We have discussed about advertisement, we have discussed about personal selling, public relation, and sales promotion. So all the 4 P's, that is product, price, place, and promotion mix have been discussed by us in the different lectures which we have provided to you. So I hope now you will be able to understand that what are these 4 P's and how these 4 P's are the important part of the marketing mix. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.